energy, climate, geopolitical crisis. In that context, energy efficiency, that is to say, the ability to reduce a system's energy consumption while providing the same or even a better service, is a powerful response. And to achieve that energy efficiency, innovation and digital technologies are key. And so is collaboration between different stakeholders, researchers, entrepreneurs, major groups, territories. How the startup Kipsum helps organizations optimize their energy consumption, and how a major company such as TotalEnergies can help them grow. That's what we are going to see with Philippe Chevalier, CEO and co-founder of Kipsum, who will be in video conference, Sabine Brochard, head of the ON program, the Open Innovation Program of TotalEnergies, focused on energy transition solutions. Sabine is also on video conference. You can see Philippe, both Philippe and Sabine on the screen. And here I welcome Guilherme SANTOS, distributed resources modeling engineers at TotalEnergies.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Philippe Chevalier, I turn first to you. You are now located at Station F, but this Paris-Saclay spring event is like a second home for you, right?
You're totally right. Thank you for introduction. So I'm Philippe Chevalier, so CEO and co-founder of Kipsum. And you're right. A year ago, I was pitching our solution among the 50 startups of the spring event. So some of you will speak just after. It was an excellent opportunity to network and accelerate our development. Also, we didn't win. We are not winning all the time. We had a great exchanges with one of the jury members, Thibaut Fichy, who is in charge of the TotalEnergies acceleration program. From there, we gradually expand our contacts, secured commercial contracts also because it's key. We are a firm, we are a startup, we need to make money. And we joined what we call the second cohort of the program located at Station F. We are also proud members of the French Tech Paris-Saclay, of course. And from my side, I'm graduated from École Centrale Paris, now Centrale Supélec, who is on the campus. So a long story. So that will continue.
We will talk about your collaboration with TotalEnergies later, more deeply. Guilherme, this Paris-Saclay event, actually, it's your main residence.
Yes, that's correct. TotalEnergies is based in, we have people in the R&D in Plateau de Saclay. So we are responsible with the R&D team evaluating the whole energy sector, from the production with renewables, solar and wind, hybrid sources, storage, and up to the distribution, the demand side. And of course, it's not just this site. This R&D site is in communication with other R&D sites in France and abroad. And also, we are connected to technical and business units.
So you are present in all the electricity value chain?
Yes, that's right.
And Sabine, to develop this electricity value chain, of course, innovation is key, and that's what your own program is all about.
Yes, indeed. So the TotalEnergies ON program was launched a year ago with Thibaut Fichy as the director, and we are 3 program managers. And the objective is for us to accelerate the startups in the field of electricity, like Guilherme said, with covering the whole chain of the electron, and ideally with a strong component related to digital, because we know that startups are scaling up the best when digital. So we're currently in the second batch cohort, like Philippe said. And now we are reaching 19 supported startups, knowing it's around 10 per batch. And the acceleration program allows the strong involvement from all the different business units of our company. And today we are very close to this entire startup environment in Station F. And so we are very happy to be here today at HEC, who is actually our partner and the program TotalEnergies on at Station F.
Thank you, Sabine. So let's go back to one of the startup you are accelerating. Of course, I'm speaking about Kipsum. Philippe, how did your company start?
So it's a story of an old startup, which is different. Generally, the entrepreneurial spirit starts with my co-founder when we identified a pain point. Long story, when we have a pitch, and the pain point was energy efficiency in buildings. Let me tell you a bit more of the story. Kipsum was born of the initiative of, at the time, one of my colleagues, who one day approached me, expressing his desire to start his own company and resign from their current position. I replied to him, listen, I feel the same way, but let's approach it gradually, alongside our current commitment. And that's how Kipsum came into existence, because we need money at the beginning, we need to secure. I am 42 years old, so I have some elements to secure, and before to go to venture capital and so on, I secure the money, I create the idea, I found customers, and then we grow.
So you founded with a colleague?
Yes, initially a colleague, someone in my team. I was his manager, and which is key is the team, and finding the right complementarity from the very beginning is crucial. And I also believe that for some entrepreneurs, that being an odd number helps with strategic decision making, because if you have 2 or 4, sometimes you cannot balance decision. At 3, you are able to balance initial decision.
Because you said whole number, because you were three co-founders?
Yes, we were 3 co-founders. Another one is from École Polytechnique, which is also on the global Plateau-Saclay, and the third one is from Mines de Paris.
Okay, and the 3 of you, you created a solution that enabled optimizing energy consumptions. Can you explain how do you do that, please?
Yes, of course. So Kipsum offers what we call a plug-and-play energy management solution. That target is minimize consumption through artificial intelligence and a digital twin. Our solution is applicable to commercial and industrial buildings, as well as machine and processes, such as paint workshop, or bird furnace, or utilities. And what we do is that by integrating with existing system and utilizing our cloud platform, we enable additional energy saving through the use of the digital twin and the implementation, of optimal predictive control. The benefit is for our customer, for sure. This results in energy saving ranging from 10 to 25%, without the need for any construction or renovation work, and achieving a return of investment less than 1 year. I have to precise that it is not only on all building or all manufacturing areas. It's even on recent elements. Our clients include municipalities, energy companies, industrial manufacturers.
Okay, so I heard you mention artificial intelligence. How do you use it in practice?
Yes, and first we need to separate. You're right. I say artificial intelligence. We are using from machine learning. At the beginning,
why do you separate it, Philippe?
Because machine learning at the beginning is algorithm to identify parameters, and for that it's pure mathematical approach, and you don't need necessarily artificial intelligence. But after, when we are able to reproduce the behavior of the system, after having learned parameters, we are then able to put artificial intelligence on the table to play several scenarios and identify which is the best one, for example, to minimize consumption and maximize comfort. But that's where we separate machine learning from artificial intelligence.
Could you please give an example, for example, of the different scenarios you mentioned?
There are plenty, so meaning we need to obtain a target, for example, for climatic comfort, I don't know, at 20 degrees in winter, or say 19, it's more comfortable. And we can place on several variables from an initial boilers, so from departure temperature, from valve actuator, from fans, and so on, and we don't know how to play to minimize the function. So meaning to say, okay, do I start to play departure temperature of 30 degrees during 1 hour, 15 minutes, and so on. So we have to play a lot of scenarios in parallel and identify the best one. That's an example.
Okay, so your solution rely on mathematics, on artificial intelligence, sorry, but also on electronics, because you need sensors to put on the equipment, on the machinery. In that field, is the made in France possible?
Yes, it's fully possible, and that's what we did. First, the made in France, we are coming from engineering school in France, so that's the first point. But for the components, yes, we are assembling our sensors in France through an EMS called Alliances, which is based in Normandy. And I think it's really important that to make an efficient energy optimization, to trust on local resources. If I say that I make everything in China, in Asia, in America, it's not efficient in a global footprint. So yes, it's possible. And we are very proud that our activity is also giving some employment in extended good.
Thank you, Philippe. So we talked about your technical solution. What about the business?
Yes, the business, great question.
How is it working?
It's working well first. So as I said, beginning we started by staying in our initial company, but globally we have 5 years of experience and only 10 kilo of initial investment. And we have achieved growth to our customer base without raising any funds. Until now, we'll see after in the conclusion. Here are 3 key figures. So 1 million euro of annual revenue, 25 customers, and 2 million square meters of optimized space.
And one of these customers is TotalEnergies. Can you tell
Yes.
a little bit more about TotalEnergies and your collaboration?
Yes, we have a great collaboration. TotalEnergies is a global client that allows us to expand towards a scalable solution while providing access to other clients. For example, TotalEnergies is a provider of electricity in both B2B and B2C markets. So our solution, we can be in rank 1 to some customer or in rank 2 with partner like TotalEnergies. But we wanted to go further, and TotalEnergies' own program is clearly an excellent stepping stone for us.
Sabine, why did you choose Kipsum in your program on? What were the reasons?
Well, through our TotalEnergies On program, which is, by the way, fully funded by the company, no cash is expected from our startups, we actually have tried to identify the startups that can, of course, bring mutual benefit, and both to our customers and to the energy transition, believe it or not. And Kipsum is actually an example of a startup that meets all these criteria. And it also helped a lot, actually, that Philippe was particularly proactive and expressed his interest in our program already a few months ago.
So for human and technical and human reasons.
Indeed.
Guilherme, I ask you the same question. Why this partnership with Kipsum make sense for you?
Well, in TotalEnergies, we have this ambition to be the major player in the energy transition. And regarding the building sector, reducing these CO2 emissions is principally from heating and cooling systems is very important. We have like the CO2 emissions in this part is really big. So this collaboration with Kipsum, we can have the solution of Kipsum to help us to reduce our own CO2 emissions on the scope 2 of the company and continue to be exemplary in this energy transition.
And how does it work in practice?
Well, we collaborate directly with Kipsum, and they find the solutions to us. We continue to collaborate in this area, We find solutions together, we exchange, and we find the main buildings to be the priority to apply this energy efficiency, because we know that we have several buildings and we need to select the first buildings to validate this approach and to make the approach scalable.
And Sabine, I ask you the same question. How your collaboration works? How is the day-to-day collaboration? Because I think you are located in the same place at Station F.
Exactly. Actually, we are really office colleagues. And he's just sitting across the bench. And just more practically, on an everyday basis, it involves actually a lot of introduction to our business units, and to have Kipsum meeting our trading teams for the load shedding, and also our asset managers, or even the director of, for example, one of our main headquarters in south of France, the CSTGF. But basically, I serve as an interface for Kipsum from our massive organization, and together with HEC, again, that is based at Station F also, we provide significant assistance to Philippe in his growth strategy, because it's still a very scalable startup, and it's then a multi-dimensional collaboration that combines both technical expertise, strategy, networking, to ensure that we help in all our means Kipsum and Philippe to grow.
Philippe, same question. In your point of view, how does it work? Is it challenging to work with a major company such as TotalEnergies?
Yes, it's always exciting to establish a new partnership with a major client like TotalEnergies. And in this case, Sabine mentioned load shedding, so we extended our digital twin to a new application area, and collaborating on the co-development of this solution for a shared customer is a fantastic opportunity for both parties. This collaboration will allow us to leverage other expertise and resources to create innovative and tailored solutions that address, for example, the specific need of load shedding, flexibility business. It's for me a clear win-win solution that can drive growth and success for all involved.
Okay, Guilherme, I turn to you. Is it easy to work with a startup company such as Kipsum, or I think it's different than working in a big group?
Well, it's very different. In my honest opinion, it's my first time that I'm working with a startup, and I'm pleasantly surprised to work with Kipsum, because they are very fast in answers the needs of TotalEnergies to create values to us. And actually, in this very fast-paced business that we have today, the companies need this fast answer and this value solution. So Kipsum answering us and trying to adapt it in our rhythm is very good, because we can see the commitment of Kipsum on that. And for sure, because we have the same interest on reducing the CO2 emissions for buildings, so it will be a very fruitful collaboration, and I can see in a long time.
Thank you. And I'm asking now the same question for the three of you. How do you see your partnership in the future? So I don't know who wants to start, but what is the future?
Maybe I can answer first. So for sure, hopefully it will be a fruitful collaboration on the long run with Kipsum, because it's really a startup that we believe in. Of course, like all the cohorts or batches of startups that we are accelerating, there will always be a time of decision, and the one to integrate Kipsum's, trying for us to offer its services to our B2B customers. We can make this at the end of our supporting period, which is end of September for this second batch. And of course, it's important to assess all the different outcomes, benefits, compatibility of Kipsum solution with our customers' needs. And it's always the first driver for us, actually, on the electricity business. It's the customer's need, right? And after that, we're going to evaluate anyway further our experimentation that is ongoing with our main building in the south of France, as I said. And after that, hopefully, we'll come to a conclusion and see a better way forward for both Kipsum and TotalEnergies.
Philippe, how do you see your partnership in the future?
Very positively. So for currently, we are working in a division called One Tech of TotalEnergies, and especially with Guilherme. So globally, to push our solution or extended solution in different sites of TotalEnergies, we have only one contact for both technical parts and also economical part. We are in commercial relationship, and it's always a good starting point because we have two sites, so we are working in CSTGF, in Pau, in Solèze, in some gas station. We'll extend with some B2B relationships. So for me, it's only the beginning, and so the program in TotalEnergies on was very good to accelerate, but it's only the first step and a great future to come up.
Okay, Sabine, no, sorry, Guilherme, how do you see the future with Kipsum?
Well, the future of Kipsum is very clear to us. Today, we have Kipsum deployed, as said Philippe, we have Kipsum deployed in 4 sites. We have in R&D sites in Lyon and Pau. We have in gas stations as well, in the convenience stores of gas station. We have roughly 15 buildings that they optimize. And these buildings are very different regarding the thermal system. So the approach with Kipsum, we can understand more of these buildings. We have already like several reduction in energy consumption of these buildings. Some of them more, some of them less. It's good because we can prioritize buildings to put actions, and these actions we can deploy in many buildings of TotalEnergies in France and abroad. And after that, we can expand this business model to our own clients to reduce as well their carbon footprint.
Sabine, let's go back to your own program. How do you select the startups? I mean, if I am a startup and I want to join this program, what do I have to do?
So actually, we are closing our selection for the 3rd batch, but I think that with some exceptions, you can still apply on our website. I think it's accelerator.totalenergies.com. And so the easiest path is to go straight to the application today, because I think really it's the latest days. We are having a final jury end of June, and the selection will start end of September. So ideally, try to connect and apply within the next few days on our website.
So I guess there are some startups that are listening to us. If you have a piece of advice to give to them to have the opportunity to join this program, which advice would you give?
So just to be sure, at least read through the website, because there's all the information on the characteristics we need for a startup. And mostly we are looking to accelerate startups in the electricity business. Exactly like Philippe and Kipsum, they came with already a commercial product that can be already deployed and rolled out in different business units of a company. So it's important to keep that in mind. Come to us with a finalized and normed product or software, something that can be already deployed. And then after, it's of course all the motivation and still the will really to try to accelerate and help a big company like us, because every small effort counts actually in the end, to go on a better energy transition and try to have a better electricity and energy consumption for everyone.
Philippe, what would be your piece of advice?
Being told a lot of it. As I highlighted, 1 year ago, I was on the stage to pitch. That's where I met Thibaut Flichy, the director of the program. So I called him several times. He pushed me to Sabine. I called Sabine several times, send her email. For sure, before I register to the website, but take contact, see people, discuss with people, understand their needs, because at the end, it's a need from TotalEnergies to diversify and to propose solutions on electricity business. And with that, you have chances to pitch at the end your solution in front of 30 people of TotalEnergies. And if you're good, you will be selected. So that at the end, no, it's really to push. At the end, it's my position, but network, push, and if you have a product, they will be interested.
Thank you, Philippe. We've come to the end of this roundtable. I will leave you each to conclude this roundtable with one word. Guilherme, I can start with you.
Yes, if I need to choose one word, I think I would choose business model. And let me explain why. As I told, Kipsum today is only applied on TotalEnergies sites, just internally. But if we find the right approach of that, it could be easily scalable to all TotalEnergies electricity and gas customers on the retail side, B2B and B2C. So it will be allow to our clients to have the same kind of solution to reduce as well their carbon footprint and collaborate this energy transition.
Thank you very much. Sabine, one word?
One word, well, maybe just several, but I think that the message I'd like to pass to the audience is be like Kipsum, be doers, do things, create things, and help us, a company like TotalEnergies, to be better and to accelerate really energy transition as you would like to see it.
And Philippe, you have the last word.
Thank you. So last word, I would say fundraising, because we didn't raise until now. To enable stronger and faster growth, we are currently seeking 3 million euros, because TotalEnergies can give a lot of market. We have many other customers that give market, but we have to grow and to grow fast to follow them. So if there are any investors that believe in our solution, do not hesitate to contact me.
We heard. Thank you very much. Thank you, the three of you, and have a good afternoon and spring to everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Good night.